Speaking of the beast system, beast system.
This is from dailymail.co.uk, and the headline is Woman who married a tech genius reveals her husband implanted a chip in her hand, which serves as a key to their mansion. Oh, good. He married a tech genius, and then he forced her? What kind of chauvinistic nonsense is this? I don't know. Here's what it says. A woman who is married to a tech genius has revealed that her husband implanted a chip in her hand, which serves as a key to their lavish mansion, leaving many people on the web intrigued. Burgundy Waller from Las Vegas got a tiny chip put inside her hand back in June 2020, which made it so that she can unlock the doors and drawers throughout her home by simply touching them. That's been the entry point, the adoption language. It's always been about unlocking doors. And, you know, the key thing is really the easiest way to get people to accept this kind of thing. Burgundy, now known as the Chip Girl online, has created quite a stir on the internet, becoming a viral TikTok sensation and gaining more than 3 million followers for sharing some of the things that the chip can do. So good. TikTok being... I'm sure the TikTok algo writers are thrilled about this one. And oh, great. People like her. People want to follow her. People want to see what it's like to live with a microchip in your hand because, yeah, it's 2020, 2021, 2022. About time. And there's some photos here of her. There's a Band-Aid on her hand. I'm sure this is when she got it back in June 2020. And then her hand being held up to like a scanner for the door. And the article continues. The small device, which sits between her thumb and pointer finger, uses radio frequency identification to respond to different objects. RFID, folks, but you know, they don't want to scare people, so they say radio frequency identification. Her husband has programmed it so that it can control practically everything in their enormous mansion, including the doors, drawers, closets, and pantries. Her husband programmed a microchip for his wife. I don't know. There's just so many things there. Burgundy has documented every step of her chip journey online, and she even captured the moment it was first implanted in her hand 2 years ago. It was inserted through a small incision by a medical professional. I don't know. I mean, it's in quotes because I think this is what she was saying, but also, you know, the implications of, you know, having quotes around medical professional, maybe revealing of the true nature of what's going on. And she admitted that it hurt, but said the pain only lasted for, quote, like 5 seconds. Yeah. Quote, my techie husband convinced me to get a chip in my hand, she began in the clip while showing her and her husband sitting together before the procedure. Quote, I'm getting chipped today with a key to our house. I am so freaking nervous, she said. It then showed her trying out the new device on her front door, which opened as soon as she touched her hand to the security system. Now, by the way, folks, how many of you out there listening, watching, has a scanner security system for the front of your house? I mean, raise your hand if you're in the chat and you have one of these security things, because unless you're in some kind of apartment complex or some kind of community sort of setting, I don't think normal houses have that, unless you're, like a billionaire or at least multimillionaire tech guy who wants to microchip your wife. Quote, oh my gosh, my hand's a key. Are you kidding me? She said excitedly. Yeah, I'm sure it was more exciting when she actually said it. But yeah, here's some more photos of her talking about how she never has to carry a mic or a key anymore. Oh boy, more photos. Great. There's a part down here. In another TikTok, Burgundy explained that the main plus side is, quote, never having to carry or worry about losing her keys. Yeah, the most inconvenient thing in life, losing keys. It is inconvenient, but is it inconvenient enough to microchip your hand? I don't know. To make things even cooler, her husband has a more technologically advanced chip that can store all sorts of information, including social media accounts and websites. Does that make it really cooler, Daily Mail? It's so cool. Her husband's got even more technologically advanced chips. This is like a sci-fi horror story here. She explained in another video that all he has to do is hold his chip up to someone's iPhone and it can pull up any website or app of his choosing. Another version of the chip can even store credit card information. Oh, interesting. Which means she would just have to tap her wrist to a payment machine to purchase something. And Burgundy admitted on her TikTok account that she wants it. Quote, "Not fair. I have the old model," she joked in another video. Quote, "My hand is only a key. Guess it's time for an upgrade." We've been talking about these developments for a decade. And, I think 10 years ago, you tell someone walking around, hey, they're going to be microchipping people, your tech geniuses' wives, and they're going to be really, really pumped about it. I think most people would have said, nah, I don't think people are going to accept that. There's just no way people are going to accept it. But you can tell that public mindset has been manipulated pretty heavily in the last decade, and it's gotten to a place where these things, can be projected. And I think the media knows that it's a divisive topic, which is why they publish it like this, where it's like, yep, microchip in hand. We definitely want that for the masses, but we can't really say it ourselves. So we'll let TikTok influencers do it, and then we'll feature them in a story, and then we'll stir the debate, amongst the masses, and identify the ones that are against it, and call them Christian nationalists or something. It's all part of the agenda. But having a chip for payment purposes, of course, it's going to remind everybody of Revelation 13. And I think that's also the point, is that this is going to be an open thing. It's not going to be so hidden, the mark of the beast concept or the fulfillment of it. Revelation 13, I got a lot of stuff highlighted here, but down towards the bottom there, verse 16. And the second beast required all people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of its name. And look, I'm not saying that this microchip is the mark of the beast. Clearly, it's an old version. It's just a key. This lady Burgundy Waller wants the upgrade so she can buy and sell stuff. So it's a higher level of or more advanced version that might actually be the fulfillment there. But clearly, I think that's the point. The point is that it's going to be very apparent what direction this is all headed, and it's supposed to divide and conquer the public. And perhaps one of the final sort of social and societal issues will be the microchipping and the DNA upgrade and transhumanism, basically the thing I've been ranting and raving about for the last 10 years, because, doing the duty of a watchman, you see what's coming and you're like, well, this is big. This is that. If the secularists are saying, hey, this is going to change humanity forever, then pay attention, because there is a time written in an ancient document that reveals that this type of thing was going to unfold to begin with. So there should be no surprise here. Just, what side of history are you going to be on when it's all said and done? But yeah, not much else to say about this one. What happens if she wants to divorce this guy? This tech genius is going to have all kinds of data on her, and I don't know. This is not headed in a good direction, no matter what, at the personal level or the societal level.